These are daily affirmations you can speak over yourself from the book Becoming Supernatural by Dr. Joe Dispenza. Chapter 1. Opening the door to the supernatural. I am a common person doing something uncommon. I have accepted that the extraordinary is available to me, not as a gift I was denied or a destination I cannot reach, but as a capacity I already possess that I am now choosing to develop. My thoughts and emotions are not passive reflections of the world around me. They are creative forces that shape my biology, my energy, and my lived experience. I take that power seriously and I direct it deliberately. I have seen what becomes possible when a person commits to changing from the inside out. The evidence is undeniable. The mechanism is real. And I have decided that what was possible for others is possible for me. I am opening the door to the supernatural, not by bypassing science, but by applying it. Every tool that is offered is grounded in measurable, repeatable biology. I am using those tools. The door is open. Chapter 2. The present moment. I live in the present moment, not as a philosophical preference, but as a neurological discipline. When I anchor my awareness in the now, I step out of the automatic programs of my past and into the creative field of infinite possibility. The present moment is the only place where real change can happen. I cannot heal a past that no longer exists. I cannot create a future that hasn't arrived yet. But I can, right now, choose a new thought and a new feeling. That is where everything begins. I am not my past. I am not the sum of my memories, my traumas, or my habits. I am awareness itself, located in this moment with full creative capacity. I claim that awareness and I act from it. Every time I return my attention to the present moment, I am literally building new neural pathways. I am physically becoming a different person. The return is not a failure. It is a practice. I keep returning. Chapter 3. Tuning in to new potentials in the quantum. I tune in to new potentials. I understand that at the quantum level, all possibilities already exist as waves of probability. My observation, my focused attention, combined with elevated emotion, collapses those waves into specific outcomes. I observe deliberately. I am not limited to what I can see, touch, or logically predict. The quantum field is a domain of infinite possibility that responds to consciousness. I am a conscious being with access to that field. I use that access intentionally. I move my awareness beyond the known, beyond my body, beyond the environment, beyond linear time. In that expanded state, I am no longer the product of my past. I am the architect of my future. I practice that expansion daily. I hold the feeling of my desired future as though it has already occurred. The quantum field cannot distinguish between a vividly imagined experience and a physically lived one. I use that truth as a creative tool. Chapter 4. Blessing of the Energy Centers. I bless my energy centers. I move my awareness through each one with the intention of activating, opening, and elevating the energy that flows through them. This is not ritual, it is biology. The body responds to directed attention. I am not just a physical body. I am an energy system housed in a physical body. The coherence of that energy system determines the quality of my health, my emotional state, and my access to higher states of consciousness. I tend to it with care. I bring light and life into every center of my being. I do not skip the difficult ones. I move through the places of stored pain and contraction with compassion and intention, opening them to the flow of what wants to move through. As I bless each energy center, I am literally changing the gene expression in the tissues associated with it. This is not metaphor. Epigenetic research demonstrates that intention and emotion change the chemical signals that switch genes on and off. I am doing that work. Chapter 5. Reconditioning the body to a new mind. I am reconditioning my body to a new mind. The old emotional states, the anxiety, the limitation, the unworthiness, are stored in the body as automatic programs. I am interrupting those programs through breath, awareness, and sustained elevated emotion. My body has been living in the past. It has been conditioned to respond to my environment with the same emotional repertoire I have been practicing for years. I am teaching it a new response, a new identity, a new baseline. The breath is the most powerful tool available to me for moving energy through my system. I use it deliberately to raise the frequency of my state, to activate dormant potential, and to signal my nervous system that it is safe to evolve. I am not my body's emotions. I am not the chronic state of my nervous system has been running. I am the awareness behind the state, and I have the capacity to choose a different one. I exercise that capacity every day. Chapter 6. Case studies. Living examples of truth. The case studies are proof. Ordinary people, not monks, not mystics, not geniuses, have used these practices to heal conditions that medicine has given up on. Their stories are not miracles in the supernatural sense. They are the natural result of the body responding to a changed mind. I do not need to be extraordinary to produce extraordinary results. I need to be consistent. I need to be willing. I need to show up to the practice even when I cannot yet see the evidence. That is what the people in the case studies did. This is what I do. Every person who has done the uncommon began as someone who simply decided to try. I have made that decision. The biology is available to me. The science is documented. The path is mapped. I walk it. Chapter 7. Heart Intelligence. My heart is not just a pump. It is the most powerful electromagnetic organ in my body, generating a field 60 times greater in amplitude than the brain, extending several feet beyond my physical body in every direction. I treat it as the intelligence center it is. When my heart is coherent, beating in a smooth, regular, elevated rhythm, it sends a signal of safety, of love, of expansion to every cell in my body and to everyone within range of my field. I practice heart coherence as the most important thing I can do for myself and for the people around me. I generate elevated emotions from the inside out, not because circumstances warrant them, but because I understand that the heart responds to internally generated feeling with the same power as externally triggered feeling. I choose those feelings deliberately. Love, gratitude, joy, and awe are not just pleasant states. They are high-frequency signals that reorganize the biology of the body and the field around it. I practice generating them on purpose, independent of conditions, as a daily discipline. Chapter 8. Mind Movings, Kaleidoscope. I program my subconscious mind with the images, feelings, and beliefs of the life I am creating. I use every tool available, visual, emotional, repetitive, to overwrite the old programming with the new identity I have chosen. I know that my subconscious mind does not distinguish between a vividly imagined experience and a real one. That means the rehearsal is as powerful as the event. I rehearse my new life with complete sensory and emotional specificity. I make it real in my mind before it is real in the world. I do not consume content passively. I consume it intentionally. What I feed my mind shapes what my mind creates. I am the programmer. The content is the code. I choose both carefully. I am rewriting the operating system of my identity. One clear, emotionally charged image at a time. One repeated belief at a time. One practiced state at a time. The rewrite is underway. Chapter 9. Walking meditation. I practice moving through the world in a state of expanded awareness. I do not switch off my practice when I leave the meditation space. I carry the state into the body, into the motion, into the ordinary moments of the day. I walk in the quantum field. I bring my awareness beyond my body, beyond the room, beyond the horizon, and I move through space as something larger than my physical form. That expansion is available to me at any moment. I practice it deliberately. My body in motion can be still in the state. Presence is not limited to stillness. I train myself to maintain the elevated inner state while fully engaged with the physical world. That is the integration the practice is building toward. Chapter 10. Case Studies, Making It Real. The evidence continues to accumulate. People with the same biology as mine, facing the same limitations, practicing the same techniques, are producing documented, measurable change. I take this seriously. The practice is real. The results are real. I do not need to understand every mechanism to benefit from every practice. I trust the process the way I trust gravity. Not because I can fully explain it, but because the evidence of its operation is everywhere I look. These stories are not meant to impress me, they are meant to remind me of what I already am. The potential for transformation is built into my biology. The case studies are the demonstration. I am the next chapter. Chapter 11. Space-time and time-space. I understand that there is more to reality than the three-dimensional material world I can perceive with my senses. There is a non-material domain, a time-space reality, where energy precedes matter, where thought precedes form, where intention precedes manifestation. I operate from both. I am not limited to linear time. In the quantum field, past, present, and future exist simultaneously as probability. When I access elevated states of consciousness, I access the domain where those probabilities are shaped. I do this work with full awareness of what I am doing. I live from the future. I hold the feeling of my future self, my future health, my future relationships, my future contribution, and I bring that future into the present moment through the power of sustained, elevated emotion. The present catches up with the feeling. I move between the world of matter and the world of energy with increasing fluency. I am becoming comfortable in the non-material domain. I am learning its language, its laws, and its responsiveness to consciousness. That fluency is itself a form of becoming supernatural. Chapter 12. The pineal gland. I honor the pineal gland as one of the most extraordinary structures in the human body. Small as a grain of rice, it sits at the geometric center of the brain and is equipped with every biological component necessary to perceive light, produce the most psychoactive compounds in nature, and serve as the interface between consciousness and the cosmos. I activate my pineal gland, my third eye, through coherent meditation, breath work, and sustained elevated states. As the gland becomes more active, it produces compounds that open perception beyond the ordinary. The visions, the knowing, the experiences of the unity that mystics across every tradition have described. This is not mysticism, it is biology. I am built for transcendence. The hardware is already installed. The chemistry is already present. What I have been missing is the practice. I practice now with full understanding of what I am activating. As I develop greater access to the pineal gland's function, I gain access to information and experiences that exist beyond the five senses. I am opening to that expanded perception deliberately, responsibly, and with gratitude for the extraordinary design of this body. Chapter 13. Project Coherence. Making a better world. My inner state is not private. The electromagnetic field of my heart extends beyond my body and intersects with the fields of everyone around me. When I am coherent, I am contributing to the coherence of the field we all share. This is not abstract, it is measurable. I am not a passive member of the collective consciousness. I am an active contributor to it. The quality of my inner state, my love, my gratitude, my elevated emotion, literally ripples outward into the world. I take that responsibility seriously. I meditate for myself and I meditate for the world. When groups of people generate coherent heart fields simultaneously, the data shows measurable effects on the collective field. I am part of that project. My practice is an act of service. The most powerful thing I can do for the world is not react to it, but to elevate above it. To generate such a high frequency of love and gratitude that the field around me becomes a force for healing. I practice this as a calling, not just as a discipline. Chapter 14. Case studies. It can happen to you. It could happen to me, not as a statement of wishful thinking, but as a declaration of biological reality. The same nervous system, the same brain, the same heart, the same quantum field that produced the extraordinary in these people is present in me right now. I do not look at these stories as evidence of others' specialness. I look at them as the mirror they were intended to be. What is possible for a human being is possible for this human being. I accept that fully. I have everything I need. The anatomy is intact. The chemistry is available. The field is responsive. The practices are documented. All that remains is my willingness to show up consistently and do the work. I am willing. I am here. I begin again today. I hope this blesses you. Grace and peace.